When you have an abundance of something, you have to figure out other ways to preserve it. Today, we'll talk about Thai pepper. You can do the same thing with any peppers. This pepper plant specifically is 2 years old. I have overwintered it. It has quality in it that keeps your pickles crunchy. So it's almost a full jar. This is a lot. Be there, be here, be everywhere. Welcome to our channel, my friend Bob. Today, we're starting a new journey. We almost in fall. Summer is almost over. The evenings have become a bit chilly in the 50s, the nights and the evenings. Days are still nice in the 70s. So it's a good weather. But in terms of summer crops, you don't really start anything now. But what you do right now is start picking the fruit of your labor and start doing things with it. So there would be things that you would have been using all summer, like tomatoes, cucumbers that you've been eating. But when you have an abundance of something, you have to figure out other ways to preserve it, to keep it for future months or years, whatever that might be. In the next few weeks, we will discuss different things that we have picked from our garden and what could be done. Today, we'll talk about Thai pepper. In our short series of chili peppers, and the link is below. To have more information, go and watch that video. So what we are about to do today is we'll go ahead and pick these peppers. This is just one planter with 2 plants in it, but I do have in other places where I've been growing a lot of it. So let's start picking it. A scissor, somewhere to put your peppers. I will leave some of the green ones, but there are some green ones which are big enough, so I'll take it. Because what I'm about to do, I'll pickle these peppers. And you can do the same thing with any peppers. It depends on your heat. Your regular jalapenos are around 8,000 SHUs. So with Thai pepper, it's spicier than that. If you cannot take the heat, use the same logic that I'll show you to pickle your jalapeno. If you are one of those daredevil that you want to do it with, let's say, much spicy Carolina Reaper or ghost pepper, same logic, you can do it. So let's keep on picking. So this is how much I got from the 2 plants that I was showing you earlier. I still have other plants that I'll go and pick some of the peppers. As you see, I have left some peppers on the plant because I will still need them for cooking and other uses. There is a red one that I missed and I'll pick it now. All that said, keep on watching our videos because this pepper plant specifically is 2 years old. I have overwintered it. And if you see over here, it shows you new growth. In the next coming weeks, I'll show you how to overwinter pepper plants. And you can just take them inside and bring them out in spring and they will grow again. Okay, so we have our Thai chili pepper that we just picked. And this is what we have. And just to tell you, with Thai chili pepper, they are on the spicier side, 50,000 to 100,000 SHUs. So it's up to you if you want to use the Thai pepper or some other pepper. What else do I have? I have kosher salt. Why kosher salt? The reason is extremely simple. Regular table salt has other ingredients that are not good for fermenting food, iodine and some other things. So kosher salt, because it's just pure salt, or you can have pure rock salt also. It's really not kosher salt that you need. You just need a salt, which is salt, no additives. We have water. With water, if you see my other videos where last year I talked about fermenting different things, you always need water which is distilled. You don't need tap water, which might have chlorine or some other additives in it. Again, it helps with fermentation. Then I have a regular mason jar. I have a shot glass of half and half store-bought white vinegar and homemade apple cider vinegar. Again, the link is in the description. We made our own apple cider vinegar last year. Go watch it. Time has come that you would be able to get some fresh apples and be able to make your own apple cider vinegar. The other thing I have are grape leaves. Grape leaves, surely one, it pushes everything down. You don't want any of your chili peppers to float over. That said, there is another reason that you use grape leaves. It has quality in it that keeps your pickles crunchy. So if you're making dill pickles or something, try to source a couple of grape leaves. One thing I have, and the only reason I have, is this thing. Sometimes you buy pickles, they put it on top, and I just keep mine, wash it and keep mine. And the reason I keep mine is while I'm pickling, once I'm done, I'll put on top over here, it fits it, and will make sure nothing gets above the liquid. So it will keep a tight lid on it. So let's start the process. So first thing we'll do to our chili peppers is to take this green part off. Now, keep in mind, I'm not using gloves, but Thai chili pepper are spicy, as I mentioned earlier. And if your skin is sensitive, wear gloves. I'm just used to it, but just be careful. So we'll take all of these out. So all the green bits from these peppers are removed. What we do now is, actually this is optional. It depends on how you would like your pepper to look. It does not have anything to do with flavor. It has more to do with the looks. You can, technically speaking, just keep this pepper as whole and don't cut it. Just one thing I'll mention, if you're keeping it whole, just putting a small slit brings the flavor out, because whatever liquid we're using for fermentation, that will be able to get it. Now, when it comes to cutting or chopping, we're not doing anything extraordinary. Rough chops, you can go smaller like this. You can chop into halves. So let me go ahead, chop all of these. Let's move these many in our jar. One thing, be careful. You were touching peppers. Don't touch your face or anything, and wash your hands regularly, else you'll be in a lot of trouble. Some people take the seeds out. I love the crunch of the seed in my pickles, so I'm not. So it's almost a full jar. This is a lot. For one person eating now and then, it might take you almost a year. Now I have water. There's no measurement to it. What I'm trying to do over here now, and again, I've done this in videos last year. Go watch those. I'll take kosher salt and I'll make a brine. The logic that I typically use is put some salt and taste your water. By the time the water gets to the taste that it smells or tastes like ocean, that's what you're trying to do. If accidentally you put too much salt, add a bit more water. No rocket science. It's almost right, but let me add a bit more. Now I told you I also have the vinegars. Many people make this kind of pickle just in vinegar. I find that a bit too overpowering. It becomes too vinegary. So the way I'm doing it, what it will do is vinegar will at least bring the flavor. The salt water is what will do the fermentation, and the grape leaf eventually will keep it crisp. So let's put the vinegar first, then the salt water. Things have already come higher. This is where the grape leaf and the other gizmo that I showed you will come handy. So covering it, what you're trying is no pepper should come over. This is what the top looks like. So nothing is over the liquid, even the seeds. Now take the lid. What I'll do is I'll put the lid on and I'll screw it not too tightly. And the reason is for the next 2 or 3 days, I'll let it sit outdoors. Outdoors mean in my kitchen in a darker spot. This is where the fermentation process will start. By that time, the color will start changing a bit because there's salt in it. At that time, you can leave it out, but then it will start becoming less crunchy. So that will be the best time to put that in your refrigerator. And then you can enjoy this for as long as you have it. I hope you learned something new. Thank you for watching. Be here next week again with something new, and we will do something new with another pepper. Like and subscribe. Thank you so much.